And share screen. Okay, so this is kind of what it is. So it's a little bit different. It's pretty much the same as last Team Cup. How many of you guys have done a Team Cup before? All of us? Okay, cool. So pretty much the exact same thing in terms of the breakdown of everything. The only differences are the prizes. There was something new. So, oh, this changed. Okay. I thought it said originally, can you see my mouse moving back and forth?
Yes.
Okay, like I was trying to point to it. So for every Success Club point, we each get 1 point. For every rank advancement of the coach or personally sponsored coach, even if they're not on our team, it would be 3 points each. So if you get someone to level up underneath you, that helps us as well. And then if we have an active group with a personally sponsored coach or customer, if they join like a bod group or they become a co-admin between like the 1st and the 28th, then we get 2 Team Cup points. So if you guys have any new coaches or people are interested in running their own groups, if they put a bod group together, that will help us get points as well. And then this one is the new one. Every participant who is a new coach that enrolled between August 2020 and January 2021. Oh wait, but you guys aren't new, right? I know Sarah, you're not, and then Carol, you're not. Okay, so that doesn't matter, and I don't think Daniela is either, right? She's been on the team for a while, I think, too.
I think so.
Okay, so yeah, that won't apply to us. But if we get a discount coach or an active working coach, we want to try and encourage them to form a bod group this month. It's intimidating for people, I think, especially when you don't have a lot of people underneath you to like put into your own group. But even when Kristen and I branched out of Jessica's group, Jessica and Raquel's group, onto our own bod group or Facebook page, we only had like, I don't know, 3 or 4 people, and one of them was our mom, and she was like actively posting in there to give us like some sort of support in there. So it doesn't have to be a whole lot of people, and if you like feel like you don't have enough feedback of going into things, you can always add one of us in there, and then we can be kind of a filler, so it looks like there's more participation. They don't have to know we're another coach or anything like that. So I think it honestly is easier to form closer relationships with your team when you have a smaller community. It gets tough when it's like bigger because you lose track of people. We have a bod group, and we've had it since the bod group started. And we've had a bunch of people come and go, but there are like the consistent 10 people that'll post, but we have more than that on our team, but just not a lot of people actually post in there. Part of it is they don't like to track, or they don't want the community aspect. They just wanted the workouts or whatever it might be. So that's something big. It'll also help you kind of get more comfortable in being a place of leadership, is creating your own group if you don't already have one. And then these are the prizes. So for every person that qualifies for Success Club 5, which we will all do, we will get a massage wand. I don't really know what a massage wand is. I don't know if that's like the gun thing, or I'm not really sure what that is. So, or
They
like,
may have a picture online somewhere.
yeah, usually they have pictures in here, but they don't. So I'm not sure what that is, but we'll get a massage one. And then if we all hit Success Club 5, which we will all do because we're going to do great this month, we will get a 9-week Control Freak hoodie, which is great because right as it's getting warm in Texas, we'll get a hoodie, but that's fine. It's cold inside. And then for the top 3, be one of the top 2 teams with 3 or more participants enrolled August 2020.
Which that wouldn't be us, I don't think.
Yeah, so we won't get Shanti, but that's okay. And then the regional, if we become the top regional team, then we, I don't even know. We get
a
diamond and below team.
Do what?
It would be the top 2 diamond and below teams would be us.
Okay.
Most cup points earned and all 5 team members qualify for Success Club 5 gets the Team Beachbody Fitbit.
Okay. The only difference they have on here, and I guess it's because it's so wishy-washy if we're actually having it. Last time, at least last January when we had this, you got Team Cup points for going to like having a summit ticket. I don't have my summit ticket yet. I have it blocked off my work schedule, but I haven't bought it because I don't know if it's actually going to happen. So I'm like,
are the summit tickets even on sale yet?
They've been on sale since last year. I just didn't buy it because I wasn't sure if we were going to have it, so I didn't want to invest in it. I know you get your money back. I just didn't feel like going through that if you needed to, but I have like my work time taken off, but it's not one of the things on how you can earn cut points. That's a little different, which makes you think it's not going to happen in person. But and then the vlogger package, I'm also not sure what that means. I'll have to find out more about what that is. But that would be, we're the top earning team out of all regions, and we all qualify for Success Club 5 at least. So I'll have to figure out what that means. I don't really know what that is either. So this is kind of for all of us. What do you need to do for Team Cup month? Essentially, just be you, like you're running your business. You know, you guys are doing great already, and we haven't even started Team Cup yet. You guys are on fire in terms of the chat and things like that. Sarah, you're doing great about doing this fearlessly. I know that was one of your biggest hesitations, but you're doing good.
Trying.
We'll have like daily posts inside of the BOD group and things like that. One of the things that we celebrated in August was every no you get, you celebrate it. And that's what I kind of that's what I tried to tell y'all last time, is just, it was hard for me. Kristen inspired me whenever I got told no. Ever since I started working it, she's like, you're planting a seed, it's going to come back to you. And 99% of the time, maybe it's 2 years down the road, but they've come back to me. So you are planting a seed. With time, they're going to realize that they're not getting that accountability or that nutritional aspect in any other way. And then they realize that we are the kind of one thing gets all package. So for me personally, in terms of like working, I don't work every single day for an hour. I do take one day off a week because I feel like I just need a break from the coaching aspect of things. So I do just lay off of social media one day a week. It changes every week. It just depends on what day I feel like I'm going to be most tired. So I would say at least 6 hours a week, or 6 days a week. And if you like take off 2 days, you can always work an extra hour one day, just to kind of make up for that. That's always another option too, if you wanted to take the whole weekend off. For me personally, and I know Kristen has said this too, is like, if I stop working too many days in a row, I lose that motivation and that momentum, and I just don't feel like getting back into it. So if I take too much time off, then I lose that. And then
for me this past week, I took 2 days off because it was a hard week. So I made up for it, because on weekends, like I have the times when my kids are napping or when they go to bed, and I don't have to go to work the next morning. So I do more on the weekends sometimes.
Yeah, and that's perfect. For commitment for February, we're creating a group that you can invite to. So for my date that I said is February 8th, and that's when we're going to have that free group on Facebook. So I already have all the content laid out for us to just post. And then that'll start on the 8th. So you can advertise for that starting this week, since it's a week ahead of time to plug people in. It's not going to have any workouts. It's just literally about self-love and affirmations and just self-care and things like that. So nothing really in terms of workouts, but it does have that daily mindset touch to it as well. The Success Club business activity tracker. So I'm using both. I just started using the online one today because Teresa posted about it yesterday saying it was active officially. I'm still using both of them. I like to personally be able to go back. This is last year's. And I can go back and see, like, if I have on the back of these, I write down like names of when I invite people. So that's how I go back through and do a follow-up list. I never got the hang of the Google Streak thing. It was really confusing and hard for me to stay on top of. So I still just write everything down, and now I have an actual journal I write everything down in, but I like to go back and like be able to visually see my progress. And especially if I didn't make enough progress one week, I can go back and self-audit myself that way easier. But you can use both of them. And then stay in touch with us. So whether it be in the BOD group or the Messenger, just stay in touch with all of us. We'll kind of help keep the momentum going when you guys are, when each of us are feeling like we don't have the momentum to go for a day. And then just because it's the 5 of us doing this doesn't mean that you can't reach out on the team page. Like if you're working an activity hour, you can always post on the page and see if anyone else is doing it at the same time as you. And then this is just pure fun. I don't want you to feel stressed doing this. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun every time we do it. And I think that this time around, it's going to be even more fun because I have a team of 5 ladies that are actually excited to do work this time around. We haven't ever had a team where all of us have actually met on it. We've never we've done 3 of these team cups now, and we've never even had a call like this. I don't think we ever had a goal setting call or like getting to know each other beforehand. So I'm really excited to work with you guys. I think it's going to be fun. And then
we're excited too.
And then this is, I mean, if we don't hit goals, we're going to have huge goals this month, but if we don't hit them, it's going to set you up for success in March is what it's doing, especially if you're just getting back into the game. I had posted in Jessica's pod. Are you guys in Jessica's pod too? No? Okay. So in her pod, I kind of posted my testimony about I had committed to working this business in December of 2019, fully doing an hour a day. And then I did it pretty well. And then starting in July, August, I was feeling, I guess, high-headed, where I felt like I had a lot of momentum and I didn't really need to put in as much work. And then I slacked off, and then it showed. And so she had asked who wanted to do kind of like a group for the last 90 days of the year. And so I had committed to working an hour a day for the last 90 days. I hit Success Club none of those months because I had stopped working for the 2 months prior, but it was me building my momentum back up. And finally in December, I hit Success Club again. So if you're just getting back into it, don't be disappointed if like you don't see those numbers, because you will eventually if you just use this as a motivating factor to plug in. And then kind of just helping, if you have any new coaches, we'll kind of help as a team get them started and plugged in right. Are y'all under Rachel? Right? And then Carol, are you under Christine, right? Okay. So, you can plug into your like upline Star Diamond, because they usually run new coach trainings. I'm assuming Rachel does that. I know Jessica and Raquel do new coach trainings. I'm assuming Rachel does that as well. And if she doesn't, then Raquel and Jessica have monthly new coach mentorships that they can plug people into. And then the champions page on Beachbody always has good tips, and especially during Team Cup, each time they'll have like good short snippet videos for you to watch. And then this is kind of where we talk about our goals. So I will, you guys can either type, I can't even see the chat where I'm at, but if you guys want to type, or if you want to unmute yourself, you can also talk about your goals. And then I'll let you guys kind of have the floor for a little bit just so we can hear what you guys want to do this month.
I'll go for my goals. My goals for Team Cup are to stay consistent with the hour at least 5 to 6 days a week. And if I only do 5, then I double up one day. So I guess it would just be 6 hours a week. Anyways, so stay consistent with 6 hours a week, and then hitting Success Club and getting one working coach under me. And I'm going to achieve those goals by pushing through. Some days, especially lately because of my career, I've been having to do like pockets, and I used to do them at lunchtime, but I don't get lunches anymore. So I do them either before work, like if I have an extra time after my workout, or after the girls go to bed, and I just go to that. And then not to try and like stress too much about it, and just kind of have fun with it. And by watching like more of the recorded power hours that are on the champions page, and then also plugging into the live power hours, because Kristen that does on Mondays has really good, she does like every other Monday, but she has really good live power hours. I don't know if y'all have that power hour schedule, but they do really good live power hours.
Is that also, morning or what?
No, it's 8 p.m.
Okay.
Central Standard Time. So it's perfect because it's right after the girls go to bed, and I literally like hurry up and put the girls to bed on. It's Monday through Wednesday is the ones they have at 8 p.m. Put them to bed, and then I plug into it. I'll stay accountable by plugging into. I'm gonna try and do at least 4 live power hours a week. So probably 3 during Monday through Wednesday, and then the 4th one on the weekend. And then plugging in with y'all, and then actually like recording in my tracker.
I'll go next, I guess. I haven't really thought through everything, so bear with me. But definitely think some of my goals this time are to be excited about Team Cup and not feel intimidated by it. Because in the past, like the last time I did it was like the point where I was like, okay, this is too much for me. So my goal is to make coaching more like adaptable to my lifestyle, and not something that's like overworking. I don't want to overwork, if that makes sense, but I want to put in the effort. And then my other goal is to hit Success Club for the first time this year. I'm going to do it. I'm so excited. And then I think my other goal is to try to do more live power hours. I don't really do many because just my life schedule is so weird, but I meet with my friend on Zoom and we do a live power hour together. We try to do it often during the week, but I'll try to catch some of the recordings. And then achieving my goals, follow my tracker and try to get a social media post up every day, whether or not it's good, like just something so that it's there, because I tend to skip days. That's just been one of my habits. The feed is the hardest part. The stories are okay. And then I think another way to achieve it is to check in with y'all often and post my tracker in the bod group, because having that accountability of you guys checking on me will help me stay on track. And then I'm kind of answering the last question at the same time. And then I guess the last thing I'll do is just say, go for no, and like ask people whether or not they say yes. Just put myself out there, I guess, with more confidence. And then staying accountable, check in with y'all, post in the bod group, follow my tracker.
Love it. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess it's my turn. I'm like Sarah, I haven't thought a ton about all this. I started coaching with Kristen during the pandemic. I'm a high school band director, and I was basically didn't have anything to occupy my time, and had been giving some thought to coaching. And so I decided that was a great opportunity to try and kind of get involved and stuff like that. And so I did a couple months, learning the ropes and that kind of thing. And then when we went back to school, I just haven't been able to commit to this like I wanted to. And so I've been kind of thinking about getting more involved and back into it. And Kristen posted that you guys would be a good group for me to connect with. And so I was like, yeah, that seems kind of like a sign. Like, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to try. I'm going to, get going again. So all of this week, I've been kind of, making a mental list in my head of people I want to reach out to and people that I previously worked with, I haven't touched base with in a while. And I got like my little tracker. I found all the little pages and stuff at work this week so that I could take it with me and get ready to go and everything. So my goals are more broad, I guess. I just really want to get back into coaching and find a way to make it fit with my band director lifestyle so I don't have to sacrifice on either front. So for me, it's more about figuring out how to fit in small pockets of work time during the day and be effective with that, so that I can build a business consistently in addition to my career path. And I know a lot of people do it, and I have to find a way to make it work for me. So that's my big goal for Team Cup. And my small goal, I guess, for Team Cup would be, I'm not super technologically inclined. Technology is really hard for me. So I want to try to branch out a little bit. I posted a boomerang on Instagram the other day, and that was like a really big deal. All I did was check mark a workout, and it was like, oh, something's moving. And so, that was like, woo. So, again, to broaden my technology aspect a little bit, to reach more people that way. Planning to reach my goals by staying consistent with my tracker, and again, checking in with you guys and asking for help when I need help with technology, because again, that's a struggle for me, and asking for help's hard. So I'm going to try to utilize you guys a lot in that area when I'm seeing things on your posts and in your feeds that I'm like, oh, that's cool. How do you do that? So that's my plan for achieving. And then staying accountable to my goals is mostly just me staying motivated, and me remembering that, this is something I decided I wanted to do. I have to be honest with myself, and make myself stay on track. So that's kind of where I'm at in all of those things. So I hope I don't, hold you guys back or any of that stuff. Being in the re-entering the coaching stream. So I'm a little nervous and apprehensive. I don't want to cause team problems. So hopefully everything will go okay. That's my plan.
Oh my gosh, you're not going to cause any problems. I'm so excited. I'm sure all of us are really excited that you're here. I think that we are all honored to have someone that is entering back into the coaching business, and we all would be more than happy to help you with any technological things that we can. My sister and has taught me a lot of things, and Jessica, I'm sure, has taught her a lot of things. She used to send me links to YouTube. Yep,
I YouTube everything.
to learn how to do some of the things. I'm still learning, and I'll like find some social media influencers and go to their pages. Some people do, and I'll send I'll have to find her profile again. I saved it for a reason. She like has an account. I don't really know what she sells, but she's a social media network marketer. But she only talks about tips on like how to make your stories good. And so I saved a lot of her reels and things like that. And so she has little tips and tricks on what to do and how to do all the different fancy things. So that's something you could learn from there. And then YouTube, and then we would also be more than happy to help you as well. But you're not going to hold us back. So don't come into Teen Cup thinking you're going to hold us back.
Carol, I'm with you. I just jumped back into coaching like 3 or 4 weeks ago after taking almost an entire year off. I started in 2019 in like November-ish, like near the end of the year with like a lot of energy. And then everyone left my team and it was so discouraging and I kept getting no's and I was like, oh, I think I'm not going to do coaching anymore. But around December, I was like, okay, I can't say no anymore. Like, I need to do this. I'm seeing all my friends who were starting with me getting huge success, and here I am not getting success. And so I feel your pain, and I'm with you. We got this.
Yes, I think we all do. I think we've also all been there, because that is when I think I got discouraged. Was I went for gold last spring when we had like the diamond, like go for diamond thing, the diamond bet, not the diamond bet, whatever it was. Anyways, hit diamond, held it for 6 weeks. And as soon as 6 weeks finished, my diamond crumbled. Like I had worked so hard I don't have anyone that I can like plug in underneath me. I know Sarah and Kristen obviously know that my boyfriend is overseas. He doesn't have an American Social Security card, so I can't put him underneath me. And so I have to find people to work under me. And then I was using other friends who I thought were close with me to plug in people under them, and they were totally okay with it, but then they ended up quitting. So then all the hard work I had plugged into other people, it just like crumbled. And so now my mindset is, as much as I can do that again, it was very stressful and it made me like resent coaching. And then I took a really long break where I still did the Vital Habits, but not really working at Power Hour. So I just really want to have, to find someone that actually wants to work, because it's a lot of discouraging work to do the work for someone else. So I've been there too. And Kristen's been there. Like we've all been there. And we've always had, I think 3 times, 4 times a year, you're gonna be like, I don't think coaching's for me. This isn't for me. I don't want to do it. But it's good. I mean, there's always a reason we come crawling back. It's because it's fun and it keeps us feeling joyful and healthy and things like that. So I guess I'll talk about my goals. For Teen Cup, for Success Club, I would like to hit Success Club 10 again. I have never hit Success Club 15, so I'm going to scaredly say I'm going to try and hit 15. I have only hit 10, and so I want to try and hit 15. So that is kind of my Success Club goal. In terms of coaching, I would like to better my leadership skills by not only leading you guys and helping y'all stay accountable, but hopefully finding another working coach and then actually being able to get them from the ground running. I have 2 of them that are technically working coaches, but they're kind of starting off slower, and I respect their wishes to start off slower. That's how I started off. And so I'm just kind of waiting to find someone who wants to actually do this. So that's another goal, is to find an actual working coach and then lead them into success in the first month. And then my last goal is going to be, so for right now, for invites a day, I do about 10 invites a day. I would like to do 15, but focus 10 of those on coaching, because I really have a goal of making a good solid diamond. I'm not diamond, I'm emerald right now. I'm lifestar diamond, but I'm not diamond right now. So I'd like to make it a stable diamond. So I want to try and get better at coaching invites. So for that, I think that I'm going to need to talk more about coaching in a unique way on my stories. And I've been trying to do that. I have a reel from the marketing call this morning. I have an idea of a reel to plan out just recording snippets. It was like how you fit coaching into your day if you do a full-time job. That was one of Rachel's ideas, just to see how you fit it in your day. So my idea was just like recording snippets, like time date snippets throughout the day of like when I'm waking up, when I'm getting ready for work, when I clock in at the hospital, if I get a lunch break, record something at my lunch break. And then when I clock out of the hospital and then I get home, that's when I actually clock in. For me, I haven't been able to ever focus on like pockets of the day, but I think that you three, and then I think Danielle too, works the same way, where you guys now cling together in terms of like doing pocket work and staying accountable that way. I just can't, I feel like I have ADD and I can't sit there and focus for like the 20 minutes because then I go off and not do work. So I do it for an hour a day when I get home from work. So that would be me plugging in every day to talk about coaching and to find a new way, but not be super repetitive. So that's something I'm trying to work on. And then staying consistent with my invites, and I think that's it. And then staying accountable is you guys. I've really loved having our chat just for the week and a half that we've had it together. It makes me excited to have friends through coaching. And so talking to people about this and feeling fired up with other women that are feeling fired up about it. Not to say that we all have to be on the same level of our goals, because I think that everyone's goals that you guys have mentioned is amazing. And I'm so excited to see you guys reach all of your goals this month. But just having you guys is great. And then I want to try and do the live power hours. I don't know if it'll work with my weeknights, but weekends I want to try doing it. And then my days off, I want to try and do it. And then another thing is I'm really bad about watching National Wake Up Call. So that's another thing, is they have really good info. So like watching it on my day off or trying to listen to it, because they finally updated the podcast to where I can listen to it when I'm at work or something like that the next day. So that's another thing, is listening to those tips. So that's kind of mine. And then these are just kind of like an individual checklist for if you're ready, which all of you guys are. And I love all of your goals. I think that what we should do too, so Danielle kind of is caught up in case, and she's probably going to watch this call too, but just so we have it set aside, is type our goals out in this like platform, but in our message or on the bod group, we can post a little thing and put our goals into the bod group thing, so that we kind of all can keep each other accountable. So it's all written down, and then we can hold each other accountable that way. And then, this is the next few pages is just it's a March goal plan. So because February setting you up for March, it just goes into what your goals for March are. So we can do that anytime. Is just kind of think about your long-term goals. But in terms of that, that's kind of everything that I had to say. I'm just really excited. I'm glad that most of us could make it on this call. We miss you, Danielle, when you watch this. But I don't know. I don't have anything really else to say. We will start having, I have a bunch of posts planned for starting, oh my gosh, 2 days. It's 2 days. It's Monday. So on Monday, when we start Team Cup, I have a bunch of posts planned. So in the bod group, the posts will kind of go up first thing in the morning, so that if you guys wake up early, you can kind of see it, or you can check in throughout the day. And then at the very top of the page, I'll have pinned a celebratory post for anytime anything fun happens. It does not have to be a success club. It doesn't mean you have to have a new coach. It's something like a big win for you for the day. I think that finding a win for yourself every day is going to help keep you accountable and staying excited about this, and make you less feeling like overwhelmed with the Team Cup. But I think if you can find, it's kind of like a non-scale victory. It's a non-success club victory is what we could call it. Just plugging in every single day and just posting something on there so we can all stay fired up about everything. Because I don't want you guys feeling overwhelmed, because this is going to be fun. But
so the stuff that you're going to be posting, is that stuff that I, copyright and all this and whatever, like, is that stuff I can share on my feed too for our groups, or is that stuff just for us to see?
What, for your group, for what?
So like you're saying, we can start inviting to that self-love group that you have or whatever. Yeah. So like if you're sharing stuff on your feed or in your stories about that, like, can I copy those things?
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to like steal your stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to talk about it. I always worry about stuff like that,
No, don't
copying things and sharing.
Yeah, no, not at all. So if you're talking about like the way I'm advertising the free self-love group, you can totally watch my stories and steal ideas or content and how to like word it. And then I can send you, the only thing I have for the self-love group is that one picture.
I like that.
Okay, so I can send you that. I think did we send that in the group? Did I send that in the group? Okay.
I think so.
So there's that, and then I'll start advertising for that on Monday, and I'll also send you guys I subscribe to Mompreneur VA, and so in the February like marketing advertisement, there's those story things, and I can send that in our chat for you guys to use in your stories. It just kind of does the whatever. It's a really pretty layout of all the things that are involved with your challenge groups and what it actually is. The one thing I would highly recommend you doing is either before you post those in your story or after, just talk about it so that people aren't just seeing the visual and then not hearing your voice talk about it. Sometimes it's a little harder, but I think that people resonate more with it when you have some talking associated with those slides. But you could use those slides for your February challenge group or for the self-love group, because they both are kind of like Valentine-y looking and self-love associated. In terms of the bod group, like what I'm posting in our Team Cup, it's all Team Cup related. So if you find something in there that resonates with you or you want to share in terms of it's like a personal development thing, I don't care. You can steal anything that I'm posting in there. Most of it's Team Cup related in our bod group, but feel free to steal it. I don't care. Yep, you can.
I've never created a bod group. So
okay.
I'm gonna do that this time, even if I have no people in it but me.
Yes.
I'm gonna make one so that I can at least, like check it out. So that's on my goal list too.
Okay, cool. And then if you need help creating a bod group, let us know, because I personally like bod groups. Kristen and I used to do a Facebook group, but I just feel like we were stuck in social media negativity all the time, especially when COVID happened. When we switched to bod groups, it was just like a way for everyone to be in a more positive environment. So it was I think it was a learning curve at first, because at first I did not like bod groups. I really hated it. But now I absolutely love bod groups, and I keep it for me to remember to check in. This is what I ended up changing. I put it at the bottom of my phone, so like it's with my messenger, so I know that I have to go in.
Oh, that's smart.
So it's like, oh, I see this. So because before it was lost in like my app screen page, but now I'm like, oh, I need to go in and check there. So my personal routine with bod groups is I check in right after I post my workout selfie in the morning, and then right before I like go and do a stretch before bed, just so I can kind of see everyone through the day to check in there. But if you need if you end up getting like your bod group started and you need content to put in your bod group, and Chris hasn't shared anything with you, ask, and I'd be more than happy to share my February content with you that I subscribe to. And then that way you can kind of just have something to post in there, so that when you get someone to join you this month, there's something in there for you to show them, except for just, workout posts and things like that.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to ask for anything. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I don't care. I would be more than happy to share anything with anyone. I love it. Because just think about it. I am in nowhere near y'all's market. I don't try and work with teachers. I mean, if a teacher happens to be near me, I will, but I don't have much to talk about with a teacher unless they have a class pet. So, and I'm terrified of hedgehogs. I learned yesterday when one tried charging me. So I don't think I really have the same market. So don't feel afraid that if you use something that you see on my stories, most likely not going to be in the same crew. Kristen and I are a little bit different because we grew up obviously our whole entire lives together, and we share some mutual friends, but even now we have more different markets because I gear towards healthcare and teacher for her, and mom, and then, band director and still teacher. So, but I think that you guys all being teachers can also share tips and tricks in terms of getting things done and throughout your pockets of the day, especially since you guys have psycho kids sometimes. Not saying any names, Kristen. But yeah, so you can always, and if you feel uncomfortable just stealing something from my stories or like an idea or a concept, you can post it in our bod group or in the thread, and I'd be more than happy to help you out there too. Okay, sound good? I'm excited, guys. And then there is no team call tomorrow, so you guys can do the marketing thing. I'm still working on all of my posts, so I'll probably do that tomorrow night as well to try and help me. I usually do like the first 2 weeks of February, but I'm gonna try and do all of them so I don't have to worry about doing the last 2 weeks of February.
How do you decide? Like, I think the hardest part is getting the pictures. Like, do you try to do pictures all on one day? Do you are you random? What's your strategy?
Kayla and I did them when I was in Georgetown. We just went and took a bunch of random pictures, and then you move those pictures into an album you create in your phone called Coach Post Pictures. And once you've used it in your post, just delete it. Okay. So like if you're dressed up for work and you get off early or something, then just go through different outfits. I know that usually I'll take like a picture after work or in the car with the girls or something, or more on the weekends, and then I'll just save the pictures and use them throughout.
Okay.
Yeah. And if I like do finish a workout early, like lately I've been dressing up. Well, I was in quarantine last week because I was shunned from work because my tech was positive. So I was forced to be at home and I wasn't sick and I was feeling great. So I was taking pictures. I was dressing up every day and just taking pictures, and I hoarded all of those pictures. Or if you finish a workout and you have good lighting, take a picture after you finish a workout with like a strong pose, do whatever. Don't think a lot about the picture. Kristen taught me this because that's what my held back was like before, like last spring. I was like, I don't need to post ever. And I can't use a lot of my hospital pictures because I can't post client pictures.
And also don't focus on just like health and fitness stuff too.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm starting to branch out and do like recipes or like toddler tips that I'm trying to learn. And like today's post is just going to be like a Dollar Tree post for teachers and things that I'm using in the classroom. So that way, like when people come across my Instagram page, they're going to see that I'm not just like all health and fitness, that I'm also a teacher and a mom. And then they have like a variety of things to see when they're on my page. So it doesn't always have to be like a selfie of you. You could literally do whatever you're wanting to gear your market towards. Think about your hobbies and all that stuff. So
Yeah. I mean, like professional roller skater, just trying to be one. It's fine. But yeah, just like you said, you have to have a variety of things so people just don't focus on that you're all about fitness, which I think that you guys will do great about. You have niches that you can post about and tips and things like that, but the marketing thing will help you with that. But in terms of the picture, it doesn't even, if you like went through the marketing call, if it's about health and fitness, like your post, it doesn't necessarily have to be you in a workout clothes. It can be you like, I don't know, standing in the middle of a field. I don't know. That's what Chris and I did at my parents' house. We stood in the middle of a field and took pictures. So it doesn't have to be anything related to the content. You don't have to like match in terms of what you're looking like. You could just post a picture. Sometimes I just wait for the good lighting and I take a picture, but don't overthink it. Just find a picture. Sometimes I just take a picture of my dog when they're outside and I use that.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I just need to get in the habit of just doing it. I think I spend way too much time like trying to figure out what exactly to say. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think if I do the marketing thing, that'll probably help.
the marketing thing helps a lot because you're plugging things into a calendar, and then when you pull it up on the app on your phone, like if you type it all up on your computer, you're just copying and pasting that post that you've already created, so you're not putting any thought. So like it's easier to write the whole month down at once because it's flowing better.
Right.
I think I did for January, I only did the first 3 weeks at a time, and everything was just so flowy, and I could see that I had like a recipe here, I had tips here, because you always want to do like the, what is it, jab hook. So you want to give them 2 freebie things before you try and hook them into your challenge, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So if that makes sense,
yeah,
it just flows better when you're using the Trello. Trello is a huge resource to use.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, it was fun chatting with all of y'all tonight, and I will text y'all tomorrow, and then I'll upload this and to YouTube and then share it in our chat in case so Danielle can go watch it. Okay. Bye.
Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.